Hello, Star Collective. This is a collective of natural born stars. You guys carry a star vibration if you're seeing this, and that vibration is being activated at this time. I meditated on this message beforehand, and they were showing me the planet, like planet Earth, and a bunch of these like stars on the planet in like different places, like all over the world, but that there's an invisible string connected to all of these people. And then they showed me a visualization of these people holding hands. And so I'm hearing you guys come from the same star team. And your activations are interlinked. This is like a very woo-woo message, but your activations are interlinked. Like you guys were meant to activate at certain times. And this activation is actually going to lift the vibration of the planet. And the timing of this is very important, which makes sense because there is a peak of darkness, is what they're saying, going on. Like darkness has come to a peak at this time, and you guys' vibrations, I'm hearing, is going to level out the darkness. You were always meant to be activated at this time. This is like so woo-woo, okay? So woo-woo. You carry this signature essence, and people have eaten at this essence over time. They're saying that dark energies feed off of light. That's what they're telling me at this time. And you have always carried this strong vibration, this strong star energy, and you guys were surrounded by darkness or people that wanted to feed off of your energy. And this isn't like fear mongering or anything like that. It's not that like entities are feeding off of your energy, which entities, that the definition of that and the energy of that carries different perspectives and different meanings. I'm not talking about like a literal demon. I'm talking about just like negative energies that siphoned your light and siphoned your energy over time. A lot of you guys had to go into periods of solitude to like pull back your energy or reabsorb your light. And they're showing me a tornado. It's like you were pulling all of your energy back into your own orbit and grounding it and rooting it. It's interesting because yesterday, I pulled a card for myself, and the card was, it was from my Moonology deck. Let me see if I can find it. I don't remember exactly what it said. Hold on, guys, this is relevant. Because they're bringing it to my attention. Okay, it is. It's on the bottom. I pulled the card Show the World the Real You, full moon in Aquarius, and I'm an Aquarius rising. So this is the card I pulled for myself. Purple could be significant. 404 on my timestamp. Show the world the real you. And I kind of felt like I was holding back in my channel in some way. Like I wasn't really sitting and meditating with my messages. I was just kind of going into it because there are certain periods of time during the day when people are, like my parents are off doing things, and so I can really focus on my message and not get distracted. And so I try to do it within that time window, and so I'm always rushing. But today I was like, no, I need to sit and meditate with this message. And I think a part of me was scared to sit and meditate. And hold on, guys, this is going to come back to you, okay? I'm not trying to take away from your message, but yeah, I sat with the message today and this came through, and I was like, this is a very like woo message. And I was thinking about this card that said, show the world the real you. And I think I was scared of sitting with myself because I knew that I know that I'm a channel for higher knowledge, and that some things that I'm going to be led to talk about are going to be seen as controversial, or people might have, different perspectives on it, like maybe negative perspectives on what I talk about and how I see the world. And I think there was a fear behind that. And I'll say all this to say, there was a part of you, I think there was a part of you that was holding back parts of your essence and parts of your identity, parts of who you are, because you were afraid of truly stepping into the most powerful version of yourself, the most authentic version of yourself, because you have witnessed firsthand what happens when you carry this light essence. When you are a light in the world, you know what it feels like to have your energy siphoned from you, to have people betray you, to have people hurt you, to have people project onto you. You're a collective that knows what that feels like. And a part of you still remembers that. I'm also hearing soul memory. And I'm seeing the Akashic Records card in my Light Web Oracle deck. I have a feeling I'm going to be pulling from this deck today. But yeah, I feel like your soul remembers a time, because I believe in reincarnation. And I feel like if you hear, you kind of swing this way spiritually too, believing in reincarnation and, energy and that type of thing. So I'm not going to go too deep into that aspect of it, but the witch trials is coming through. So you remember a time of being persecuted or even killed or hurt because you spoke your truth, or because you refused to conform and follow the crowd, because you did stand up for what you believed in. Jesus is actually coming through. You guys are people that are very connected to your heart. You guys are people that want to live in accordance with your heart. You want to do good in the world. And that is why you carry this star vibration, because you are meant to, I'm hearing, be the epitome of good. And that's not to say that you haven't made mistakes, or you're always going to be a perfect person. You're human and you're on a journey, but you always come back to your heart. You always come back to your heart essence. And that is why you were given this gift of a star essence, a star vibration, because you are meant to be seen, you are meant to be heard, you have knowledge to share. And there are people that are meant to witness you and see you. And there is so much darkness on the planet. Your light amplifies your light amplifies other people's lights. And when you fully step into this star vibration, you're going to be fully radiating a star essence that people look to, and not in a way that's pedestalizing. I hope that's a word, because I've been using that word a lot, but not in that way. It's like they're going to see you and they're going to feel like they can show up in that way. They're going to feel like, oh, I can be myself. I can change. I can grow. I can say the difficult thing. I can do the weird thing. I can be the anomaly and still be okay. You're going to be that person for people. The person that people see as someone who is a leader. And you're not someone that's meant to follow the crowd. You're not someone who's meant to stay small. You're not someone who, again, is meant to dilute yourself. This message is coming through in every single channel. You're not meant to dilute yourself, okay? You're meant to shine in your own way, in your own right. And I really feel like the last few months has been an activation of your truest self. Your truest self. You could resonate with being a starseed as well. You could feel like you're not really from this planet. Dove Cameron is coming through, and how she said, that interview, I think, where she said she's always felt like an alien of some sort. So you could resonate with that. You could have Aquarius in your chart, or strong water placements. I'm really picking up all of the signs. But air the most. Air is coming through the most. I'm also hearing you see things that others don't. And it's because you're meant to be the person to see those things. You're meant to be the person that talks about those things. There are also throat activations taking place at this time. That's coming through. where your voice, your throat chakra is being amplified and strengthened. This is definitely for you if you've been doing meditations that coincide with the throat chakra. Really, meditations in general. Someone here recently could have had a mystical experience that shifted their perspective or changed their... In the last channel, poltergeist came through. So some of you guys could be experiencing spiritual activity or paranormal activity around you. And Spirit is saying this is just your guides and your angels. This is nothing to fear. Most of the time when that happens, they're either clearing your space. Yeah, I'm seeing sage, clearing your space. And sometimes they're just trying to make it known that they're present, so you know that they're there. New York is coming through again. New York has been coming through strongly. Big major cities. If you live in a major city like New York or Chicago, LA, Indianapolis was coming through, Seattle, Miami, any of these big major cities, someone here could be feeling called to go to a major city. That is significant. You're going to be guided to move somewhere. A lot of you guys are going to be guided to move somewhere that is going to amplify your essence as well. Your star essence. It's like the natural gifts that you carry inside of you are going to be amplified in whatever place you're drawn to. For some of you guys, you could just be traveling to a certain place that's going to amplify your gifts, but you're not meant to stay there. For others of you guys, you're going to be moving to a permanent place, a permanent residence that really amplifies your gifts and amplifies your light, your essence. There's something here about grid work, okay? And grid work is people going to, this is a spiritual concept, but people going to certain places on the planet because that place carries more of a negative energy and needs more light. And so that is part of what you're here to do. And obviously, if this message is for you, you're going to feel it. Like, it's really going to resonate with you. This is not a message for everybody, okay? This is a very, like, woo-woo kind of message. But, yeah, grid work. So going to different parts of the planet and, amplifying that place's essence. LA is coming through strongly because LA, Hollywood, is an area that carries more of a lower vibration. More of a negative energy. So there's a lot of people. I feel like that's why a lot of people that seem to carry light, like influencers, end up moving to LA. Like, yes, there's opportunities there and everything, but I think there's a deeper layer to that where people are more, like, people with more light are going to be drawn to places that need light, that need their essence. And you are part of this group of people. For a lot of you guys, you are part of the new... A lot of readers have been talking about this Renaissance era. And I feel like this is a collective that is part of that. You're meant to up-level the industry that you're going to be going into. Or up-level the field, the career that you're going to be going into. So whatever that is for you, you're meant to bring new knowledge, new perspectives, new ideas, new energy, new light codes to whatever career that is, whatever path that is, whatever industry that is. And deep down, you know this. You've always known that you carried something different and unique and magnificent about you. You've always known this, but you weren't quite sure how to use your gifts or navigate that energy or how to show up in a more like natural and authentic way. You weren't always sure how to do that. And I'm literally seeing fog around somebody, like a whole bunch of fog. Like someone's in the middle of like this mist and fog and like trying to find their way through. And the fog, now they're showing the fog lifting. So like you were always meant to be fogged and confused until a certain point in your life. And this is the point. I'm literally seeing, you know how they have like the little red points on a map or like a GPS? That is like, it's like Spirit's like, yep, you're going to this, you got to this point, and now they're showing like the point coming up off of the grid. It's just so like woo-woo. They're showing the point coming up and they're like, yeah, you've made it to your destination And now they're saying like GPS reroute. So it's like you could have thought you were going in a particular direction and then you got to this point on the map and then it lifts it up and then it rerouted and now you're like going somewhere else. That's what's coming through. But you were always meant to be fogged and confused up until this point because you carry, I don't think you fully know how strong your energy is. You carry a very strong energy, and I feel this in my bones. Like, I feel this in my body. Like, your ancestors, your bloodline, very strong, okay? A lot of you guys could be POC, people of color, and a lot of you guys could also be mixed. Like, cultures could have mixed. Like, your parents could have came from two different backgrounds or two different ethnicities, different races, or religious beliefs. There's something about like genes colliding and amplifying your star essence. Like, everything is so divine, okay? Like, they're literally telling me that you chose the family that you were born into specifically so you could carry certain genes and certain gifts. And then because you were a certain kind of soul, the angels were like, okay, you're going to be able to use these gifts in a way that's heart-centered. And that is what the world needs at this time. So you decided to incarnate at this specific time and get to this specific point so that you could amplify your essence and be carried along or rerouted onto the path that you're meant to be on. And your path is magnificent. That's what I just heard. Like, your path is something that people would write like a book about, like a story about, because I just get the feeling that so many things have happened up until this point and you have a lot to share, a lot to say, a lot of knowledge to share. This is like a deeper message of the last channel that I did because I was talking about how that collective was meant to share knowledge in some way. I feel like a lot of you guys are connected to that channel as well. You're meant to share your knowledge. You're meant to share your truth. You're meant to really share your essence in some way. You guys are meant to be seen. You guys are meant to be seen. Like, there's no doubt about that. I'm seeing the 6 of Wands in my mind's eye from the tarot. You're meant to amplify other people's essence. A lot of you guys could be a projector in human design as well. And projectors, like, I'm a projector. Projectors naturally see into other people. And they can, like, they see other people's gifts and they like guide those people into like using their gifts in the highest form. Like, they're guides for other people. And I get that feeling for you. You're a guide of some sort, even if you're not a projector. You have so many gifts that are meant to be shared. And the knowledge, some of you guys are definitely meant to share knowledge, a great portion of you, because I'm seeing a book and they're referencing the Dr. Joe Dispenza book that I've been reading that has shifted my mindset and made me more aware of my conditioning and my programming and my emotions and my mindset when it comes to my emotions. And that has completely shifted how I view the world and energy. And they're saying that some of the knowledge that you share is going to have that same effect on other people. And that in itself is also going to amplify other people's essence, because that's going to help shift people's consciousness and perspective, which in turn is going to lead to change and people evolving, which is in turn going to spark people's essence. Like, you're meant to create a domino effect in the world. And a lot of the stars that I was seeing in the world, which represent you guys, a lot of you guys are connected and you're meant to meet in this lifetime. And I'm getting that there were over lifetimes, you weren't able to meet just yet because you weren't at the frequency or vibration to be able to coincide with one another. But now there's unions taking place, not just romantic. I'm actually getting more friendship than anything here. Friendship and community, soul family. And when you rise into this star vibration, actually you're already rising into it, but when you get to like a certain point, you guys are going to be colliding in ways that are divinely guided. You're meant to collide in ways that are divinely guided. My foot's falling asleep. Okay. But you weren't meant to see each other until a certain point in time. Timing here is very important. I'm seeing instruments. Someone here could be a musician. I'm seeing a piano. I'm seeing a guitar. I'm seeing a saxophone. I'm also seeing someone standing at a mic on stage. Someone here could be booking their first show soon or has booked their first show. That is a sign that this is for you. I'm here within the past month. This message is like next level shit. Okay. I'm also hearing that you guys can read a room. You had to go through this period of time of really fine-tuning your intuition and your energy, your discernment, so that you were able to read a room really good and be able to make decisions very quickly, because you're going to be in important rooms and your essence is meant to carry that room, your integrity, and not in a way that's burdensome. Like, this is something that is naturally going to happen because of your energy, because of your essence, but you carry this natural integrity that is meant to shift rooms and shift people. Because if someone in the room is super integral and honest and grounded and sure, they're going to shift the energy in that room if it goes in a negative direction, per se. And this is just an example. Like, the spirit of integrity naturally overpowers any negativity or like negative energy or dishonesty. I'm also getting like by the book. So you're someone who is meant to make sure you check off everything before you make a decision. Does that make sense? Like, if someone is trying to give you a contract, you're like, okay, I need to get my lawyer to read it. I need to read through it. I need to make sure these match my values and my morals. Like, you have a checkpoint system that you're going to be following. And this is based off of your own intuition and your own discernment. And this happened through a period, I'm hearing, of solitude, or just like fine-tuning your frequency. Virgo energy is significant. You could be a very organized person. Earth signs are coming through. You could have an earth sign in your big three. There's something here about you really being able to read a room. Like, you're very aware of yourself, and that in turn strengthens your intuition because you're more aware of your own patterns and your own tendencies. And when you are aware of that and you can spot it in yourself, you can easily spot it in other people. And so you're easily able to pick up on other people's intentions. Got a message. Other people's intentions. I'm even getting like a little bit of telepathy here, to where you can just like, you read energy so good, and I don't even think you know that you're doing it. Like, it's so natural for you. Yeah, I'm getting that you do it subconsciously. And this is something that you're still becoming aware of. But your reaction to certain people is like based off of your intuition and your discernment. Like, you know how to engage with people, how far you can take things with people, what you can and can't say. It's like, and it's not in a way to where in the past you were kind of diluting yourself and like morphing yourself to fit other people, but it's more of like emotional intelligence. And it's kind of like, I don't really like that though. I wanted to use, it's kind of like predator and prey type of thing. Like, you know, it's like when an empath meets a narcissist. You know how to navigate those situations. You know not to give certain people a reaction. Like, you're so powerful. I'm seeing the Magician in my mind's eye. You've mastered your energy, and in turn, I mean, you're still mastering your energy, but you've mastered it in such a way that you're able to move into places that maybe would have scared you away previously, or made you feel smaller, or I'm hearing fear vibration, so put you more of in a fearful state. But now it's like you're so, I mean, they're using the word secluded. Like, your energy is like an island of itself. Like, you're such an anomaly that you're just, I'm seeing wolves. Like, you are, I don't even know how to articulate this energy. You're just so intuitive. I'm seeing the High Priestess in my mind's eye. And I also saw the Magician. Those go hand in hand. It's like a witch and a warlock, you know? So, someone here could also have a 4-year-old. That could be significant. Someone here could also smoke, you know? Oh, wait, can I say, I said it anyway. Is this too late now? I was drawn to my lighter up there. Someone here could have had an experience where they took, shoot, how do I say this? Where they ate some mushrooms and not, you know what I'm talking about, or had some, you know, and had a mystical experience. Yeah, had a mystical experience, or their third eye opened during that. That's very specific, but that could have sparked someone's spiritual awakening. I went through kind of a similar experience where, you know what? I just literally had an epiphany. That's another thing. You guys are so aware of what, like, you're aware of all the conditioning and programming there is around certain things. Like, why they tell us not to do certain things, why they're urging us to do certain things, that kind of thing. And you're not a conformist. You're an anomaly. You are a leader. You're not meant to, you do your own research, you critically think, you look at the details, you think for yourself. And that has been feared amongst the people around you, which is also why people were, you know, taking away from your essence and projecting. I'm seeing someone like curled into a ball, but whoa, the image I'm getting. I'm seeing someone curled into a ball, in soil, like underground, and like a plant sprouting from the person. Like, hold on. I'm hearing you were planted. Wow. Okay, y'all. This message would be touchy for some people, but because this message is so woo-woo that I know you're going to understand this in a certain way, and you're going to take it the way it's meant to be took. But I feel like you are someone that may believe that you chose a certain life so that certain skills and lessons, so that certain skills could be learned, and so that your soul could learn certain lessons so that you could grow into the person that you were meant to grow into. Like, you knew to become the person that you wanted to become, you needed to go through certain things. You needed to be within a certain family. You needed to look a certain way. There were all these different parts of yourself that you chose as a soul, and you were planted in this specific place, even the area that you live, so that you could become the person that you were meant to become. And that doesn't mean that every single thing that happened to you was your choice. Like, no, we have free will, right? When we get here, we forget and we have free will. But there were certain moments in time, or certain things that you went through, certain relationships that you had, where you're able to look at those certain situations from a very empowered perspective and see, oh, I think I chose that. Or, you know what, not even that you chose it, more so like, oh, I'm glad that happened, right? Because you don't want to necessarily put that on yourself. But obviously just take this how it resonates in the way that feels most right for you. But you're able to look at those certain situations and be like, oh, this helped me to become this person. This helped me to see this within myself. And that also is what led you to this point in time where your essence is being amplified. And I'm getting like really over the past 5 years is what they're referring to when we're talking about this part. So like the lessons or the relationships or the things that happened over the last 5 years, there are certain things that you can look at and be like, oh yes, that kind of makes sense. I see why I had to go through that. But only certain parts, of course, not every single thing. Especially because other people have free will and they can choose how they, treat us and interact with us. But I feel like you're gonna understand what I'm trying to say here. You're more empowered than you ever have been. I didn't realize this message was already 30 minutes long. You're more empowered than you've ever been. And you're able to see your star essence as well now. I also felt drawn to wear my butterfly crop top. I feel like that is significant because you've officially transformed into a butterfly. Excuse me. Someone here could have a wing tattoo or wings or a butterfly tattoo. Excuse me, what is going on with my throat? Y'all, I have been burping nonstop over the past few days. I think I'm going through a throat chakra cleanse or activation, clearing of some sort, because I keep burping for no reason at all. Like, I won't even be drinking a Diet Coke and I'm just burping. Okay. Certain foods also don't taste the same anymore. That's coming through. You're not able to eat certain things, or certain foods that you enjoyed, you don't necessarily enjoy in the way that you used to anymore. And it's because your energy has outgrown the vibration of that food. Fast food is what they're referring to. You could really struggle with eating fast food. There could also be certain people that you're drawn to at this time that carry a similar essence as you. Certain influencers, well, why did I do that? Certain influencers or celebrities, that's what I meant to do. Certain influencers or celebrities, because I really just believe they're all, I don't like the word celebrity really. I mean, I do, but I don't really care. But anyways, there could have been certain celebrities that you were drawn to when you were younger as well, that you really looked up to or really loved, that carried the same essence as you. And now you're at this point to where you could be, if you haven't realized it yet, I feel like this may be an epiphany for you or a moment in time for you where you're like, oh, and you look back and you're like, I was so drawn to that because I am connected to that. And it could be like a celebrity style. It could be the type of music a celebrity or an influencer makes, or the way someone shows up in their everyday life. And now you're recognizing, oh, I was drawn to that and I loved that person so much because they carry a natural part of, there's a part of their essence that I carry. Okay. I'm just hearing it's time to shine your essence. It's time to be the star that you know you are. And it's been a long time coming. You're also not the same person that you were a few months ago. And in a few months, you're not going to be the same person that you are now. You evolve and transform at a very fast pace. And that's how it's supposed to be. Because there are certain things, they're showing me the map again, and the little red dots, the little red pins. There are certain things that you're meant to accomplish at certain points in time that are going to cause a ripple effect on this planet. Okay, I think that's the message. They're saying you can pull a card if you want. You guys know I'm going to pull a card. What card do I want to pull? I'm just going to use the Moonology deck because I haven't really used this one a lot. Your sleep schedule could also be really wonky right now. Okay. Oh, shoot. These cards are a little hard to shuffle, so give me a second. I'm going to get a card to close out the reading. Or the channel. I really feel like I've been holding back when it comes to certain channels because I was trying to sound more, you know, normal, but I'm just not normal. Like, I've never been normal, and I meant to channel things that would sound crazy to the average person, and that's okay. Because I know there are people out there that will 100% get me. Conclusions are within reach. Oh, look at that card. I love these cards. They're so pretty. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Wait, didn't we just have an eclipse? Or there's an eclipse coming up? I don't know, but the eclipse could be significant. Full moon eclipse. And then your dreams need a practical plan. I was saying here about practicality. We were talking about that. Taurus energy in this reading. Yeah, earth signs. Those are just confirmations of what we talked about. Okay. Conclusions are within reach. Someone here could gain clarity about something in their life soon. I'm hearing a business contract could be significant. And then I'm going to pull a card from the Starseed deck since we talked about starseeds today. I need to get some more cards like this too because I feel really drawn to these kinds of cards. I love like really mystical cards. Okay, that one was trying to come out. I talked about this. Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Look at that. Look at that star right there. Soul family. I feel like the people watching this video, you guys are soul family. Like, certain people in this collective are meant to meet at certain points in time. Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. I'll pull one more. And then call it a day. Oh snap, not that new. Pulsing, slow down. Oh, a way for you guys to reset is by spending time in nature for real. Like, I really think that spending time in nature for this collective is important because of the energy that you carry, because of the essence that you carry, especially if you're someone who is in the public eye. It's important that you use nature or even water. Water is significant too to recharge your energy. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. It's time to share your gifts and your essence. And I feel like that is the perfect ending to this reading. So I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. And I really hope this message resonated. Y'all, I turned over the freaking deck. And the card on the bottom is Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. This card is literally about standing out and being different. Share your song, frequency of sound, because you carry a certain frequency that is meant, you guys see that orb? You carry a certain frequency that is meant to shift the planet, and that's meant to be shared with other people. So don't be afraid to stand out and be you. I love you, and I hope this resonated.